Today, let's talk about bags. So inevitably, if you're in the creative arts, you have a lot of different gear that you want to protect and a lot of different gear that you want to take with you to different places. And transportation can be very important for your gear. I'm always thinking about cases and protection for whatever gear I invest in, whether that be electric guitars or pedal boards or lights or sound or cables or whatever. I'm always thinking ahead to make sure that I'm protecting that gear or that I have a plan for how I'm going to transport or store it. Back in 2009, 2010, I ended up with a backpack that I really loved, and I would give anything right now to be able to remember the name of the company. I think it was a camera company that made the bag, but it was called the Producer. And the closest thing I could find online, I can't find any record of the bag itself that I had. The closest record I can remember having online, it was something very similar to the Manfrotto camera bag, like a very compact. It was called the Producer. It was very compact. The straps would fold into the back of it. It was really small form factor. Something close to 20 liters, maybe even a little bit smaller. Eventually, the zipper, it was a really heavy-duty zipper, but eventually the zipper wore out on it. And I remember trying to contact the company to get it fixed, and I went round and round and round and never really could get a hold of anybody, which leads me to believe today the reason I can't find the information is I think that company ended up changing hands or brands or something, because I couldn't find any evidence of the company that I bought the bag from at all. And it was a bag that it was a company that was a pretty popular company 10, 15 years ago. So maybe one of you in the comments can drop me a note if you know the company that I'm talking about, because I couldn't find anything online, and believe me, for an hour I tried. But that company had a little backpack called the Producer. It was like a little weekend backpack, little leather backpack. It was fantastic. When that bag finally went out on me, I was really sad, and I struggled for several years to replace it. In 2011, for my musical gigs, I started using a messenger style bag, and this is a bag by Chase Bliss. It is a super nice leather messenger bag. It's called the Sorrento. You can find them on the Chase Bliss website, and you can also find them on Amazon. Really, really nice bag. Has a very simplistic design, just a few pockets. There's one internal pocket, and then there's an actual removable sleeve that you can take out to put your laptop in, or you can take it out to use for something else, which is really, really nice. The problem with a messenger style bag, and many of you probably encountered this, you're not going to get much in it. So that's a bag that I take with me back and forth to church and to simple gigs when maybe I don't have a guitar or anything with me. I'm literally just taking a laptop with my performance click tracks on board. That's the bag I take when all I need is really the laptop. And to be honest, for my week-to-week gigs at our church, I have a beautiful guitar vault at the church, and so my guitars just stay at the venue, and then I have a whole nother set of guitars here in the studio, so I don't have to take guitars and instruments back and forth. But I do end up taking a production laptop that I can prep everything on ahead of time. For the gigs I'm traveling on the road with, once my other backpack from the early 2000s ended up going out, I finally ended up, after several years, with the Nomatic. And I bought the Nomatic Travel, the actual original travel bag, when it went through its whole Kickstarter campaign to use for traveling. What I found out with that bag pretty quickly is it's a very simplistic, minimalist bag, and I rarely had enough room for like a 5-day pack like they claimed it would hold. So I started using that bag in production for a lot of my cables and pedals. because it was really nice, and it can hold a laptop if I needed to take that to like weekender gigs. For the other gigs that I use, especially for video editing, I end up using the Nomatic Travel Pack, and that's the backpack here that I'm showing you today. And the reason that I love Nomatic is my original Nomatic bag that I bought back in 2017, the zipper, just like it seems like with all backpacks, the zipper ended up failing after, well, it was 7 years, 6-7 years. So I contacted Nomatic, and they were incredible. They actually told me to send the bag back, which they paid for. They sent me a pre-shipped label, a prepaid label. I sent the bag back to them, and about 2 or 3 weeks later, they shipped me a brand new Nomatic travel bag at no cost. So they mean, when they say they stand behind their bags and they have a lifetime warranty, they're very serious about it, and they were incredible to deal with. It was very, very easy. I simply had to fill out a little form online detailing where I bought the bag from and what year, and then and that was it. At that point, they sent me the label. I sent the bag back. They inspect it. If there's any way they can repair it, they said they will. But they said most of the time, especially with like zipper tears and stuff like that, they're just going to send you a new bag. The Nomatic's great because it has lots of space. This is a 20-liter setup. There's a lot of space in it. You can put laptops in the back. It's got space for a laptop. It's got space for an iPad. And typically on gigs that I'm going to, I need both an iPad and a laptop. The laptop I'm going to use for my tracks, and the iPad I'm going to use to run my mixer, my X32. So I always travel with both of those. It also has another little pocket that I put a folder with lyrics and charts, just in case I have a musician who needs some charts, or just in case I need to grab a lyric from the stage. And then it has multiple front pockets, which are super, super nice for holding anything and everything. Sometimes I'll stick an extra pair of shoes and socks in there just in case it's raining and my feet get wet when I go in to the venue. And then of course I keep a whole assortment of cables. I typically keep my in-ear belt pack and my in-ear monitors in this bag as well. So there you have it, the Nomatic travel bag. It has become my favorite, and the company's incredible to work with, which goes a long way. Go ahead and drop a comment and let me know what your favorite bag is and why. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We'll see you on the next one.